So in previous classes, we have seen few parts of thermodynamics. Actually, what you mean by thermodynamic? Thermo is a temperature, dynamic is a movement. So it deals with the temperature and movement and other properties of macroscopic properties. Actually, it is a internal change in system. That is a internal change in system. So macroscopic property like pressure, volume, temperature, molar mass and number of moles are related in thermodynamic. So thermodynamic deals with the properties of pressure, volume, temperature, molar mass and number of moles. Actually, when we study about thermodynamic, it is thermal equilibrium. What do you mean by thermal equilibrium? Thermal equilibrium means the temperature will be constant. Then all the macroscopic properties are constant for certain condition. That is known as thermal equilibrium. Temperature will be constant for thermal equilibrium. So we have seen that open system, closed system and isolated system. So here when you see that if both bodies can achieve thermal equilibrium at different temperature when boundary is adiabatic. What do you mean by adiabatic? Adiabatic is a non-conducting wall. So Q cannot transfer, heat energy cannot transfer from one part to another part, system to surrounding, surrounding to system or one container to another container. It cannot pass. That is known as adiabatic. So adiabatic, it is a non-conducting wall. There heat energy, that means Q cannot transfer. So always how does the heat transfer? Heat transfer from hot to cold and it attains the thermal equilibrium. So when the two bodies are in different temperature, hot bodies releases the heat to the cold body and both attain the equal temperature, then it attains the thermal equilibrium. So both bodies can achieve thermal equilibrium at different temperature when boundary is adiabatic. So if you look at the temperature, two container A and B are kept with a constant volume, pressure and temperature. But that in between the boundary is made by adiabatic. So there is no conversion of transfer of heat energy. There is no transfer of heat energy because it is adiabatic wall. So here what happened? This also can attain thermal equilibrium. Why? Because this is a adiabatic non-conducting wall. So both bodies can achieve thermal equilibrium at different temperature when boundary is adiabatic. So then it is known as isolated system, correct? So what do you mean by dithermal system? If it is a body in between the container, there is a conducting walls are there. What happened? First, a body A is having higher temperature means the heat energy flows from A to B and both attain the equal temperature. Then there is no transfer of heat energy occur. So temperature A is greater than temperature B at the beginning. Later on the heat energy transfer and A and B are in thermal equilibrium. That means temperature A is equal to temperature B. So this is the common thing. So here we have that zero law, first law, second law, third law is there. First zero law, let us see the zero law of thermodynamics. If you see that zero law of thermodynamics, there is a system A, B, C. If you observe that A and B are kept in a container with a adiabatic wall. In between A and B, what is present? Adiabatic wall is present. So that is a non-conducting wall. So you know that when there is adiabatic wall, there is no transfer of heat energy occur. So when A and B are kept on the conducting wall, that means C is another system, but the C is connected to A and B with a conducting wall. So now what happened? C and A are connected, C and B also connected. Now A and C is thermal equilibrium with and B and C also thermal equilibrium. Now if you see that when zero law of thermodynamics says that all bodies are in thermal equilibrium when temperature is constant. If you see that system A and C are in thermal equilibrium with each other, and a system A and B is thermal equilibrium with each other, and system B and C is thermal equilibrium with each other. So that is known as zeroth law of thermodynamics. That means all the bodies are at thermal equilibrium when temperature is constant. So next one is first law of thermodynamics. Before seeing first law of thermodynamics, let us recall few points of important definitions. Here if you see that homogeneous system, what is homogeneous system? A system is said to be homogeneous when all the constituent particles in the same phase and is uniform throughout the system. Example, mixture of two miscible liquid. Heterogeneous, it is a heterogeneous, is consists of two or more phases. So thermodynamics deals with both fluid and solid. That means gases, liquid and solid. So the state of system. The state of thermodynamic system means macroscopic or bulk properties which can be described by state variable, that is pressure, volume, temperature and amount. They are also known as state function. State function is pressure, volume, temperature and amount. Next one is isothermal process. When the operation is, that means when the change in temperature is occur carried out at constant temperature, a process is said to be isothermal. So in isothermal, temperature is equal to 0. dt is change in temperature. There is no change in temperature. So an adiabatic process. It is a process in which no transfer of heat between system and surrounding takes place. So here Q is equal to 0. There is no transfer of heat between system and surrounding. Isobaric. When the process is carried out at constant pressure, it is said to be isobaric. So change in pressure is 0. Isothermal means change in temperature is 0. Isobaric means change in pressure is 0. Isochoric. The process which is carried out at a constant volume, then it is known as isochoric in nature. So isochoric is change in volume, isobaric change in pressure, isothermal change in temperature. But in isochoric process, a process when carried out constant volume is constant, isobaric constant pressure, and isothermal constant temperature. Adiabatic, there is no transfer of heat. Another process, cyclic process. If a system undergoes a series of changes and finally returns to its initial state, it is said to be a cyclic process. Reversible process. In a process, change brought in such a way that process could at any moment be reversed by infinitesimal change. The change are called reversible. So when you see that if a system is getting heat by the surrounding, or suppose actually heat is a form of transfer of energy. Heat is a form of transfer of energy. If one system is there, means the system, if heat is given to the system from the surrounding, heat transferred from the surrounding, if the heat is transferred from the surrounding to the system, Q is equal to positive. What happened? When heat is transferred from surrounding to the system. Surrounding is there, system is there. From outside, the heat is coming to the system. So the heat will be doing work on the system. So the work is done by the heat. Then the heat is known as positive. At the same time, when the heat is known as positive, now what happened? The system energy, heat energy increases, outside surrounding heat energy decreases. In such a way, the heat is transferred from systems to the surrounding. If the heat is transferred from system to the surrounding, then Q is negative. Q is negative. So Q is negative when the transfer from system to the surrounding. Q is positive from the surrounding to the system. So what happened to the Q? Q will be doing some work. So actually when you see the thermodynamic, in some work should be done. How it is done, whether what way it is done. So it is irrespective of path, whatever it may be. Work has to be done on that. That is what thermodynamics deals with. So if there is no transfer of heat means we say it is a adiabatic system. So in a adiabatic system Q is 0. So in the thermodynamic it is in the process it is irrespective of path. Work has to be done. How the work is done, who has done the work, that and all nowhere related. For us the work has to be done. So it is irrespective of path. So work is done on the system, then it is positive. Work is done on the system, then work done is positive. Suppose some heat energy is doing some work on the system, then we say that work done is positive. At the same time, work is done by the system. Suppose the work is done by the system. One system is doing some work, then we say that work done will be negative. So 4 points you have to keep it in mind. First one is heat energy, that is Q is positive when heat is transferred from surrounding to the system. Next, Q is negative when heat is transferred from system to the surrounding. Next, what happened to the Q? The Q will do work. So when work is done on the system, it is positive work done. Next, the work is done by the system, then the work done will be a negative. For adiabatic, always Q is equal to 0. So from this we say this energy we are saying internal energy. Actually it is a sum of all form of energies. We know that one energy is there, one energy has to be converted into another energy. So in thermodynamics it is denoted by the letter delta U. U is energy. So change in energy, so the delta means change. So which may change. So when heat passes into or out of the system, work is done or by the system, matter enter or leave the system. These are related to internal energy. So change in internal energy by doing work. Let us bring the change in internal energy by doing work. So if you see the initial state of the system of A, temperature is TA. So then the internal energy will be UA. On doing some mechanical work, the new state is called state B and the temperature TB. It is found to be temperature of system B is greater than the temperature of system A. Then UB, that means internal energy is the, after change it will convert into delta U is equal to UB minus UA. UB minus UA. So change in internal energy by transfer of heat. So internal energy of a system can be changed by the transfer of heat from the surrounding to the system without doing work. So delta U is equal to Q. So internal energy can be changed by the transfer of heat from the surrounding. So delta U is equal to Q, where Q is the heat absorbed by the system. It can be measured in the terms of temperature difference. So Q is positive when heat is transferred from the system to the surrounding to the system. Q is positive when heat is transferred from surrounding to the system. Q is negative when heat is transferred from system to the surrounding. So when change of state is done by doing work and transfer of heat. So delta U is equal to Q plus W. So internal energy, so some work is done by the heat energy. So it is a addition of work done by the heat energy. So delta U is equal to Q plus W. Here we are introducing first law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics is nothing but it is a law of conservation of energy. It is a form of law of conservation of energy. Whatever conservation of energy, either it is mass, either it is molecules, and it is temperature, and it is energy. So it is a whole part of whatever change in energy occur. Thermodynamics deals with that. So first law of thermodynamics says that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. The energy of an isolated system is constant. So that is known as first law of thermodynamics. Delta U is equal to Q plus W. Delta U is equal to Q plus W. So by using that, later problems will be there. Actually, it is a conservation of energy. And another one more equation from this, you can derive that Q is equal to W plus delta U. Q is the heat given to the system. When you are giving the heat, what happen? The internal system, some work will be done. So W is the work done by the system, and U is the increase in internal energy of the system. So from first law of thermodynamics equation, delta U is equal to Q plus W, and also Q is equal to W plus delta U. So by using that, you can solve the problem. So go through your textbook. In your textbook also it is given. They are given this explanation of internal energy and state function, adiabatic, and work, how the work can be done, and how the heat energy is changed, and the first law of thermodynamics. So next class we'll see that next part. So when you see that problem, no heat is absorbed by the system from the surrounding, but work is done on the system. So what type of wall does the system have? So work is done on the system, but no heat is absorbed by the system. Then we say that what type of wall is present? It is adiabatic wall. Wall is adiabatic wall. So there is a non-conducting wall, though what happened? Thermal heat attained the thermal equilibrium. Next, no work is done on the system, but Q amount of heat is taken out from the system and given to the surrounding. What type of wall does the system have? So no work is done on the system, but what happened? Q amount of heat taken out from the system and given to the surrounding. So that type of, what type of wall it should be? It should be a conducting wall. So it is a thermal conducting wall. So heat will be negative. Why it is negative? It is taken from system and given to the surrounding. So system will lose its heat energy. Next, W amount of work is done by the system, and Q amount of heat is supplied to the system. What type of system would be? Amount of work is done by the system and Q amount of heat is supplied to the system. What type of system it should be? Work is done, so there is no change in mass, and heat also supplied. Then it will be a closed system. Delta U is equal to Q minus W. So it is a closed system.